I'm Kayla Murphy here with Supervisor of Food Nutrition Services for Washington County Public Schools, Jeff Proulx, and Registered Dietitian at Meritus Medical Center, Brandy Baxter. I know we've heard a lot in the news that Congress has declared that 2 ounces, or 1/8 of a cup, of tomato paste counts as a vegetable now for public schools.
Right.
Is that correct?
That is correct. In fact, what Congress did was they just upheld a previous rule that the USDA, Department of Agriculture, was trying to do away with.
Now, normally when I think of a serving of a fruit or vegetable, it's about a half a cup.
It is. The theory behind tomato paste is it's the concentrated, soluble portions of the whole original fruit. Okay. So that's why it's a much more concentrated serving. It's a smaller serving to actually constitute the half cup. Okay,
and you said fruit. Tomatoes are generally a fruit, correct?
Scientifically, I believe it's a fruit, but for all intents and purposes, most of us generically refer to it as a vegetable.
So Congress declared that pizza's a vegetable now?
True. It's the sauce on the pizza that meets the requirements to constitute pizza as part of a serving of vegetables. Not all school systems choose to credit that tomato serving towards the child's fruit and vegetables. For instance, in Washington County schools, we don't count that. We still look for our children to take additional servings of fruits and vegetables with their meal.
Is that something that you guys look at as well?
Not quite as much. We're not quite as regulated as a school system would be, so we have a little bit more freedom in choosing what we offer to the patients. We don't count it as a vegetable in itself. We always try to offer plenty of other options for our patients.
It's important to have a balanced meal, either both at the hospital and at the school. So what types of things do you tend to offer at a normal meal to each of you?
At the hospital, we always have fresh salads available. We have, for our main lunch and dinner entree, we have a side that's always a vegetable. We also use fresh, like, sliced tomato and lettuce as a garnish on a lot of our foods, so that kind of is another way to sneak in extra vegetables for the patients. As far as fruit, we offer a lot of fresh fruit. They also have really great fruit salads, too, that they can offer for the patients.
I don't know that we're a whole lot different. We give autonomy to our managers with running 47 sites. We give them a little bit of flexibility to choose at the local level, at each individual school level. We offer fresh fruits and vegetables, canned or frozen or what have you, in every site every day. We're proud to also note that our apples are all local apples. They are Washington County apples, and we have a local orchard that keeps us in fresh apples from when school opens through usually to about the end of March, early April.
I know, especially with kids, and I'm assuming some hospital patients are rather picky, because I know a lot of kids, they look at an apple and they're not appetized. Or how do you try and deal with hiding healthy things?
I think we're looking at 2 ends of the spectrum. One is that there is a movement to try to hide fruits and vegetables in things, and specifically, let's say, to make tomato sauces that might have zucchini in them or other squashes to get different nutrients into those products. On the other side, there's a movement to bring us back to as close to the whole original product as possible, to get people to know their food. So we try to juggle both ends of the spectrum, but I think clearly we want kids to know what their food is rather than trying to hide what's actually in the product. We want them to know what they're eating. I'd rather have lots of options available for our students and let them make the selections of products that they like because they're more inclined to eat it.
What would you say to kids or parents that are watching this to help them make sure their kids are getting the proper nutrients at home?
Don't be afraid to offer a food more than once. The more you introduce a food to a child, the more likely they are to accept it. So just because they reject the broccoli the first time doesn't mean, a couple more times they might get used to it. Playing with different preparation methods, also getting them involved in the food cooking process. So have them help you cook dinner, have them, help mix up a vegetable salad, and that makes them take a little bit more pride in the food and be more inclined to try it.
Having children understand where the food comes from and how it's grown can also make them more inclined to want to try different foods. And for those in the community that maybe don't have the land to have their own gardens, there are some tremendous community gardens in this community that they can help with, and for a little bit of volunteer time, you can reap the benefits of what's being harvested.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking with us. I learned a lot about vegetables and how to try and get kids to eat more, so we really appreciate it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.